Good, 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 good. I was like, holy shit, you look tough. I popped on my computer and was like, holy shit, he's like tattooed and bearded and like, whoa, whoa. Good morning. It was exciting to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, no, it's just like you, when I saw that you worked in San Mateo, I all of a sudden had this like kinship because I'm from the Bay Area and then my husband teaches high school in San Mateo.
Wow.
So there's so like I know you run the streets there. You fucking
Eh,
run the streets of San Mateo, but I have like a definite connection with like anybody, anything Bay Area.
yeah. Oh, that's great.
So Nick Bergin,
Yes.
tattooist, owner of Godspeed Tattoo.
Yes, that's right.
That's you. Thanks for squeezing me into your books this morning, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
This is so funny. I'm just realizing now I'm having like PTSD from like when I used to like trick and like have sex with strangers all the time. And let me explain. Cause you know that moment when like if you've I don't know, maybe you're an angel, but like you've talked to someone on the apps for like a long time and then you've seen pictures, you've exchanged butts, their penises, their private parts, and then like you decide to meet up and there's that moment when you open the door and you're like, is this good? Is this gonna work out?
Oh,
And I
absolutely.
feel And I feel like that's how it is how I feel when I open up these like windows with someone I'm gonna like talk to or interview. Like when like the person comes on, I like literally give them like 5 or 10 seconds to be like, "Oh, what do you think? Is this gonna work out or what?"
No, that makes sense. Yeah, it does kind of have that feeling. That's funny.
I've yet to have somebody be like, "Oh shit, dude, you don't look like your pictures." I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah, I hear you. I've been wondering like if I get that same kind of thing lately because I've been getting kind of scruffy, letting the hair go and all that. I haven't had the clean cut look that my scruff profile has.
Yeah, exactly. Like you were working a good like Sons of Anarchy. I watched this really trashy TV show called Animal Kingdom. It's about like this like surfer family who lives in Oceanside, and the mom's like the kingpin, and they just do crime.
Sounds fun.
That's my vibe. That's my vibe. That's the vibe that I love. All right. Good morning. So tell me about how you got into tattooing. Like what springboarded you into like not only being a tattooist, but then owning the shop.
Yeah, so it's been a journey, that's for sure. So I started getting tattooed a lot at a young age. Like basically as soon as I was old enough, I was getting tattooed in shops and kind of networking and meeting people locally. And I started getting tattooed a lot by my mentor, a guy named Kevin Marr. He was the previous owner of Godspeed Tattoo, and he began a back piece for me, and at the same time, he had an employee quit on him, and he was running the shop by himself. And he asked if I had the interest in coming in and helping around the shop and doing all the things that nobody really wants to do.
For
Um,
sure. Like the
and
entrance, sort of like interning shit. I've spent enough time in tattoo shops that I see the people that are either interning or apprentice, and they're like setting up the stations, cleaning, taking appointments,
yeah,
doing all the.
exactly. Yeah, all the cleaning, and at the time, it was. I mean, we still keep up some of it, but at the time, it was like sterilizing equipment and like soldering needles and real kind of traditional older style at the time way of going about it. And yeah, I just kind of started like that and worked my way up after being here for a little bit. He knew I had the interest and invited me to learn, and
Sure, sure.
yeah, just kept going.
Did you have an artist background before then, or did you just all of a sudden discover like, holy shit, I'm interested in tattooing and I'm an artist? Because they I guess they have to come hand in hand a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to know how to draw and have that experience.
Right, like color, shading, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, you do a lot of that in your apprenticeship, and yeah, and you learn a lot about tattoo designs and why they're designed the way they are. Excuse me.
You can
And
burp up. You can burp up and puke your breakfast. It's fine. Nothing is off limits.
good, perfect. But yeah, I liked drawing. I had the interest. I used to do. Growing up, I was like more into like doing music and stuff.
Got
So
it.
so I would draw like kind of graphics for like band projects. Would be doing a little bit flyers. stuff like that. And yeah, and I just had that interest in tattooing, you know.
Yeah. That all makes sense with like sort of like, was that all in the Bay Area? Did you grow up in the Bay Area?
Yeah. Grew up here
Okay.
too. Yeah.
I love that. Well, that's most people, including myself, moved to the Bay Area from somewhere else to like for these dreams of living in a beautiful, liberal, homosexual laden city. Oh my God.
Yeah. No, I'm lucky to be local and, got a very, very cool, like, supportive family and all that. And yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so sort of important.
Yeah, it
Jump.
helps.
So how is it being, are you, I'm going to say it, you're full-time homosexual, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're out and about and you're married.
Yes. Newly married. We got married this year. Yeah.
Oh, congrats. I love
Thank
that.
you.
I love that. I
Yeah.
just like using the word homosexual sometimes because it seems so old and like so like sterile. So, but I knew you were a full-time homosexual. And I only bring that
Yes.
up because I also am a homosexual. The tattooing, because I spent like good 20 years in San Francisco, and like the tattoo world was sort of like in my peripheral friends. I worked in like a lot of rock and roll shops and like clothing shops and stuff like that. And so a lot of my friends were on like the Warp tours and did that stuff. But they were also friends with some of like the most incredible world tattooists in San Francisco. And I spent a lot of time in tattoo shops, like getting some of my first tattoos. And there's such a macho world, macho environment. And like all around, from like the friendships to the tattoo artists to the vibe to the music, all
Yeah.
my first memories of like this like freaking music so loud, so hardcore, so just like wow, like you can't hear your tattoo artist is talking to you, and you're like, so I just was curious, like, too, what kind of music you play in your shop, and how is it like being involved and part of like this very macho world of tattooing?
So it's changed a lot, I will say, or at least maybe that's like kind of a Bay Area thing. But yeah, it
Right.
definitely was like very macho, like, 20 years ago. Uh,
Yeah.
when I was a young guy, absolutely. And there still is that element, and that can be a little tricky to navigate. I wasn't always like very out and about, like that became like a little bit later when I saw there was like kind of other I'd be more publicly out like on like Insta, like in that kind of era. Whereas before that, of course I'd be gay, but
Yeah,
maybe
it's not like
the
you're going to
whole
like the
the whole world didn't necessarily, I wasn't necessarily doing gay flash and things until there was kind of like a place for it, because San Mateo is not really like a gay kind of
sure.
place, it's
Yeah.
just the suburbs. So,
You weren't like
uh,
running through like tattoo expos, but like, woo, rainbow flags are like,
yeah,
it's part of you, it's part of your identity, but it's just, yeah, it's interesting just being,
it took some time, so now,
yeah.
it's, there's space for it, and now that I have the shop, it's pretty soft. We're pretty soft in here.
Yeah, it's like, bitch, you fucking have a problem with the
Yeah, we have like, aside of myself, there's two other gay guys and a very sweet cis lady who works with us. So
that's fucking
um,
hot.
we're
I'm
pretty
so gay. I'm
soft.
like, I want to watch that movie. Okay, whoa.
But as far as the second point, your second question there with the
Your
music, we
music.
we play we play any kind of music, like
Yeah.
anything from, like you were describing, the most extreme kind of death metal to the softest pop or whatever, like I'm the old guy in the shop, so I let everybody else kind of pick.
Take a
I'll,
turn.
I'll play my own, but yeah, we take turns, so it could kind of be anything. It kind of sometimes it's jazz, It could
Yeah. Yeah.
it gets a little weird.
That's sort of funny because, like, just along the lines, like, I feel like tattooing can be like so intimate in a way that's just like the artist is giving you something that's going to be on your life for the rest of your life. A lot of times the tattoos are very personal. Sometimes they're not at all. But it's so intimate because a lot of these, I have these like very vivid memories of like the music, hardcore, and in my hand. I'm not going to sound like I'm going to sound like a pervert, but I don't mean it. But like, when you place the person's arms and all these things, sometimes there's been a couple tattoos I've gotten, and like my tattoo artists are all of them have been sexy, men, women, all of them. But I've had these precarious moments where like my hand just like dangled in my tattoo artist's crotch. And not in a perverted way, but the music's just rocking and my hand's there. And I'm like, this is fucking like doing ayahuasca. Like I was just having this whole moment. And I feel like it's intimate. Like the tattoo artist, like I'm a talker, but there's very few times in my life where I stop talking. It's like 3 minutes into a tattoo, and I just go.
Huh? Yeah,
I go into the pain threshold or something. But like tattooing is very intimate.
absolutely.
I
Yeah,
feel like yeah.
there's a lot of trust there.
So this is going to be a myth buster.
Okay,
Um, but just about tattooing.
sure.
I remember when I lived in Waikiki for a long time, and I
Nice.
remember over the years I've heard like I don't know if this like just applied to like military or something like that, but are there any spots on the body that are illegal to tattoo? I remember I thought like even back in the day, like it might have referred to like military, but like neck tattoos or hand tattoos were like I thought illegal, or like even the palms.
I don't think that they were necessarily illegal, just more very taboo. You know, when I started tattooing, like most tattooers would refuse to do neck, hands, stuff like that. Just more in that, you know, people were worried about ruining people's lives. You know, it was a lot more. It was a lot more.
Right. Okay.
A lot more edgy, like 25 years ago, to get a
And also
neck.
probably like the healing process of some of these type things. I always see people with like the inside of their lip tattooed. I'm like,
That's actually a very easy heal inside the mouth. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, because I thought like I literally have heard people like pass it's like, oh, it's illegal for a tattoo artist in like this specific state to tattoo someone's I
It's
don't know,
it is
neck.
very
Or,
well possible it could be different by state.
yeah,
That is possible.
yeah.
There are different laws by state.
Sure, sure. What is one of the strangest places or place that you have tattooed? Or are there all or have you tattooed everybody from like their toes to their ears?
I mean, basically, yeah, pretty close. I still have never done any like genital tattooing.
Okay.
Certainly, like being a part of the gay community, I get a lot of people that ask for it and
Sure.
talk about it, but I haven't had anybody actually pull the trigger. And I
Yeah.
would be open to it, more than willing to. But
Yeah, I just
kind
was
of
so
just about
curious.
everywhere else. I've done a lot of weird stuff, like the bottom
Yeah.
of the foot. This is
Yeah.
probably a pretty bizarre one, or tattooing a head is really intense. Um,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I mean, pretty much everything else.
Yeah, that's what I thought of because in my algorithm, it's like dumb shit. Like I'm trying to be a better person in life, so a lot of times lately I'm having all this like self help stuff come through. But I have like a lot of just like dudes and like piercing stuff and tattoo stuff, and I do see coming through my algorithms like penis tattoos or like people getting penis tattoos, and like you see the thing, and I'm always like, oh my god, does the person? Because I know it's all about tattooing, it's all about like making the skin taut and
Yeah.
like if you're gonna get your penis tattooed, does it have to like be an erect penis? Like, is the tattoo would it be a better position of the tattoo artist if the penis was stretched out? I have so many questions.
Probably. I mean, yeah, you definitely have to stretch it out. Yeah, you got to stretch all that skin out. So yeah, probably. I mean, if you were probably at least like semi erect, yeah, you would probably want to have some kind of blood flow. Sure.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for myself, but these are the questions that I'm curious about. Like, I don't have piercings or any tattoos like on my genitals, but oof. I just
I
had questions.
I used to work with a guy that tattooed his own dick, and
Oh,
yeah, and I didn't get to watch, but I mean, he said he had a really tough time with it. Yeah, he just kind of did, as you said, you know, stretched it out, but he actually ended up passing out while he was tattooing
oh
himself
my
there.
God. Could you
Yeah.
freaking imagine? Like
Ugh.
all of a sudden someone walks in on you, like, they're
You're
like, oh
passed
my
out.
God, you're passed out. They're like 911, 911. And the guys get there and his like pants are open. There's like blood all over his pecker. Oh, and there's a tattoo gun and the rock and roll playing. They're like, holy shit. All right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
we have fun.
Yeah, that would be a freaking good episode. So the Bay Area in general is such like a tattooed heavy community, right? Like how is it that you sort of like I feel like you have to stick out a little bit. I mean, of course, first and foremost, show people that you're doing a good tattoos. And I noticed you did like a lot of the I've seen like your big boy pinups.
Yeah.
And I like to ask 40 questions at the same time, but like Bay Area is so competitive and there's so many big names in San Francisco. Like I got a lot of tattoos before at Blackheart,
Huh?
right?
They're great.
Scott
Yeah.
Silvey and those guys, Jeff Rasher.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'll name drop tattoos later. But
Sure.
There's
Yeah,
so
no,
much.
I love that too. I mean, I've seen a few of those guys at Blackheart. You know, I'm old enough to have gotten an Ed Hardy tattoo. So yeah, I
Oh,
love all that shit.
you do not look. You look like maybe 24 and a half.
No, I'm 46, almost 47. So
Damn, you keep moisturizing and drinking that wheatgrass. Good on you. That's good on you. That is cool though. Like the body as a canvas as collecting artists.
yes,
You know what I mean? Like I unintentionally have some tattoos from people when I was in San Francisco who are either retired or passed away or were part of like San Francisco history.
yeah,
And the other day I was getting tattooed by a guy here in San Diego, Ben Rounds. He's got Holy Cobra tattoo here. Oh, he did an
That's-
incredible like gorilla piece on my leg.
I
And
saw
then
that.
he
I love that tattoo. It looks great.
yeah. It was so fun because I said I wanted a gorilla and make it badass,
Yeah,
and he completely made it badass, and he was such a good person to work with, because in my other world I work with animals, like I
yeah,
work with like big cats and gorillas. And his first design, he came back and he was really willing to work with me, which is amazing because he came back with this badass design of a gorilla head with all these knives through it, like big knives. The image was beautiful, but part of my other life and job, I do stand in front of a crowd and I talk about gorilla conservation and stuff like that. And I was just thinking like what that might look like is like this gorilla like with like daggers through its head as I'm like
sure.
talking about like gorilla conservation. Yeah, but like he was asking me about some of my other tattoos and like, I hadn't even thought of that. And then we went down this like chronological order of like some of the tattoos I got when I was in San Francisco. And he was like, damn.
Yeah,
Just like people like Eddie Deutsch, he used to own a shop, 222.
yeah. Did you
Um,
get tattooed there?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
which to me was like is one
History.
of my first tattoos. Yeah. So I have a couple Eddie Deutsch tattoos, and at
That's
that time
amazing.
Jeff Rasher was working in his shop, and then I don't know, a woman named Jill Rose. No, not Jill Rose. She worked at Rose something
Oh well,
in
Karen
the
Rose. Karen Rose.
yeah, Karen Rose did some roses on my arm, and then when I was at that shop, shit, this was like I don't remember what year this could have been, like maybe 20 years ago. A woman named Jill Bond was working there,
Yeah,
and now
absolutely.
she's like, I feel like she's like reached legend status. She's like traveled and worked in Japan underneath these really incredible artists.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah.
so I only say that like I didn't know at the time I was like collecting artwork, and now that I'm 50 fucking
Well,
3, that's
wow.
half of 106.
Yeah. No, I know what
You
you mean.
know?
I mean, you didn't know back then that these were gonna be people making history, right? They were just the local tattooers.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's also like being in San Francisco in the 90s. It was all about the Warp Tour and, Lollapalooza and freaking tattoos and piercings. And I was a little kid working at a rock and roll shop on Haight and Ashbury's.
That's awesome.
Mm. Now, when I die, I want someone to like just skin me, stretch my skin on a canvas, and like put me in a freaking museum.
There you go. That happened. There's some of that going around. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But Ed Hardy, holy cow. Well, before all like the t-shirt companies ruined it, and there's like Ed Hardy
Exactly.
shops at
Just
Ross now.
barely a year or two before all that, really, right before he retired from
Yeah, but
tattooing.
that's amazing. Are there any other tattoo artists out there today that you're like, do you have 'em? You don't have much skin left. I haven't seen like underneath your clothing.
Well, I'm pretty filled up. Yeah, I'm
That's
I'm
what I
kind
thought,
of kind of layering in some spots now. So
right? You're like, I have this spot on my rib cage that I'm saving for so and so because
yeah,
there's always new artists coming out there. Um,
there's for
yeah,
sure a handful I would love to meet and get tattooed by. Um, and even definitely some of, like I still haven't been tattooed by Scott Sylvia, you mentioned earlier. I
okay,
would love to get
yeah,
something from him. Off the top of my head, Phil Hatchet Yao in your town, San Diego,
okay,
um, is amazing. I would love to get tattooed by that guy. And I always appreciate getting tattooed by people I'm friends with. So I have many,
sure.
many friends tattooing that I would love to go ahead and get something from as
That's a.
well.
Are you ever gonna tattoo that precious face of yours?
I don't know.
Or
I
is there
don't. I
anything
don't.
hidden under that beard?
I kind of don't. I
I
kind
don't
of
know.
don't
Are you
know.
gonna go fucking full on Post Malone on
I
us?
just- I think. I think I might leave the face alone, but who knows?
I love that sort of like when they're tattooed like you, and then like it reminds me of like I'm in San Diego, so I see a lot of people in like wetsuits and surfing a lot. It's those wetsuits that have also the hood that pulls up, and like so everything's tattooed except for this.
Yeah, right.
That would be incredible. So your big boy pinups.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm going to circle back to those because they're so fun and like I feel like it's a freaking to get tattooed on your body.
yeah.
Like I have a lot of tattoos and the I
No, no naked guys.
No naked dudes, but I've also been very careful, especially at the beginning of like the placement of tattoos. Like the first tattoo I got was, of course, was like a 94, and I was like, oh, I want to get it so I can still wear a t-shirt and you can't see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so in this day and age, and like I see a lot of popularity with like pinup tattoos or like really hardcore like Tom of Finland tattoos or like
yeah,
just beautiful erotic imagery. But I feel like that is such a badass rebel thing to do, to
I
get
agree.
like tattooed of like erotic not homophobe, gay bashings. No, like really erotic gay imagery on your skin in a spot that's visible to the world.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's great. I love it.
Like I don't have the balls to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that takes balls to get like like some of your beautiful pinups. So like they're,
What about maybe like a, like upper thigh kind of placement for something like that?
dude, I might my thighs are empty.
That's a good spot for it.
That sounds like such like a pickup bar at the bar. I'm like at the bar ordering a drink and I'm like, dude, my thighs are fucking empty. Whoa. So what does the future look like for you?
Future, I'm very much like an in the moment kind of guy, you know? I don't know that I have much of a future plan right now. I'm just kind of,
You're
I'm going with the
how long
flow.
have you owned the shop for?
So I've owned the shop since 2016 and I've been tattooing here since 2002.
Okay.
So I'm pretty
Dude,
settled, you know?
I was about to say this is your future because I am
Uh,
such a corn dog, but I look back and I'm thinking like this, you're like living your future that you maybe wanted like 20 years ago, which is so amazing. Like I hope you're like sort of proud of yourself, or like instead of constantly like looking towards the past, reaching to the future, I feel like that's sort of exciting moment for you. Like you're here, you sort of arrived at something you probably had wanted.
yeah. Yeah, and it's a constant challenge, you're constantly learning, constantly trying to push, and it's something that's, it's never done. It's always a hustle, it's always work.
How many artists do you have working at your shop?
There's myself and 3 others.
Okay, okay, good. I was curious, like I've never been to your locations. Like, do you rely on a lot of like online marketing, like word of mouth? Are you in an area that there's like street traffic? Because I'm
A little
sure it's
bit.
hard to keep, not hard to keep busy, but you know what I mean? It's a
No,
hustle.
it is a hustle. It can be hard to keep busy, even after a lot of years, but I do have that benefit of being around for so long, you know?
Right.
Like, a lot of people know the shop. We've been here, you know, since '98. The shop opened in '98, so we're pretty lucky.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, some of the online marketing for sure, definitely helps. I mean, we don't really buy advertising or anything like that, but we all have Instagram, Facebook, and, whatever
Yeah.
else, Blue Sky, and I
Yeah.
seem to I always tell people, I don't know if I should tell, but I always tell people Scruff is an amazing,
Sure.
networking
Buddy,
tool,
we're
like,
friends, be honest. You can
yeah.
tell me.
Yeah,
Right.
Scruff is great. Just having when Scruff became the thing, that's what really made me kind of start pushing the gay imagery and gay tattooing and stuff, because it was like, wow, there's all these people who want it. You didn't.
How would you bridge that as sort of like a scruff and app for like meeting men? Just like bridging that to, hey, I'm also a tattoo artist. Would it be like someone would comment on your tattoos, and
Yeah, kind of
or
pretty
would
much.
you actually even put it in there?
Yeah, I mean, I put on my thing, like, it asks you what do you do for work, so like, yeah, tattooing.
You're like, I'll tattoo your dick,
Yeah,
bitch.
that's right.
Whoa, whoa. Sorry, he did. That is sort of interesting. I have friends who are the photographers or yada yada yada, and they do sort of use these social media apps, which include Scruff, Grinder, Sniffies, for other types of like networking. And I think I've always said the same thing. Like, people were like get all giggle when they talk about like the sex dating apps, sort of, or hookup apps. I'm like,
Yeah,
Facebook and Instagram's the same. I've been hit up on
it is.
like with crude messages and like pictures of people's buttholes on LinkedIn. Come on. If there's a two-way road, I will get butthole pictures no matter what.
It's true. It's true.
And if anyone wants to send me a butthole, accidentalbear@gmail.com.
There you go.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I prefer to see the face and then I want to see a butthole picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want it the other way around. I don't want to see a butthole picture and then a face. If
Yeah.
there's
I like
two,
to know whose butthole I'm seeing for sure.
yeah. And like, let's just talk about random inappropriate stuff. And also,
Sure.
this is about sex and cruising. And I hope this is okay that we're just freestyling.
Yeah.
But like, as long as like cruising and sexting and hooking up, like, I also am a person who really like the ideas of glory holes. And I grew up in an era, it was a little bit, I'm 53, so it's like a little bit before all the apps came out. So I was coming out and exploring sexuality at a time when like I would go to college bathrooms and do a lot of like glory hole stuff and understall stuff.
Yeah.
We are going there. Do not show this to your fucking mom. And then bringing this back to the cruising and stuff like that. So I'll see people always presenting like on Sniffies. Like Sniffies is an app that like I just have a picture of my wiener, but I don't have any connection with my face. It's just my
Yeah.
wiener. So I get a lot of messages. Well, messages. I don't want to brag, but I get messages, people saying, "Hey, bring that over to my glory hole." So I'm like, that's fucking amazing, but I still want to see your face. So I break that barrier. Like people are like, no, that's the object of glory holes. You don't know who's on the other side. I'm like,
Right.
I still want to see your face, even though it's a glory hole. Take that how you will.
Hey, I mean, we all like what we like.
Right.
I
Like,
like
I
I
don't
like a face too. I don't know.
call me weird. I feel like a pilgrim, old school. Like, oh, I'm so prude. I want to see the face of the person who's going to put my penis in their mouth.
I
All
hear
right.
you. Yeah.
Let's come back full circle.
Sure.
Tell me how you met your husband, your newlywed husband.
Yeah. So I met him.
If you can, if you
Yeah,
want to.
absolutely. I met him
From glory
tattooing.
hole to
No,
husbands.
no, we met here. He's a San Mateo local. Yeah, met tattooing, and then I saw him on Grinder shortly after, and yeah, we just started talking then, and yeah, I mean, now it's been almost 15 years we've been together now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. That's amazing. I actually also met my husband on an app, but it was on Manhunt. So it was like back
Yeah,
in the day. It was
old
before
school.
sort of and I was on the laptop. I lived in
Yeah,
Waikiki and I was all, and that's sort of it. So yay for those apps and stuff like that.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
so we,
when you're not in the city, I mean, you don't know. You would have no clue before all those apps how many people are actually around you, you know?
yeah, it's sort of an interesting thing. I like to hear all these like happy ending stories. Have you had any people while getting tattooed come in, or has there ever been a tattoo that you refused to do?
Yeah.
Whether it be because the design, what they asked for is just something you didn't want to do, or also like did someone come in and like inebriated, like you had to like be like, I can't do this.
All of the above. All the above. I've turned down tattoos for all kinds of reasons. I mean, way back in the day, yeah, I mean, it would be, I turned down people for like wanting like swastika or whatever. I mean,
Sure, sure. Could you put a MAGA hat on my cheek?
like
My ass
I'm not
cheek.
doing any shit like that. That's for sure.
Okay.
And yeah, sometimes, or it could be something like maybe somebody wants something that I just think somebody else would do a better job.
I
You know,
respect that. I totally respect that.
that's not, if it's not my thing, and I can't do it justice, then I'm not gonna do that. Like portraits are very popular. I'll do a portrait, but the way I'll do it will be kind of more like a drawing of a person rather than like in like that traditional portrait style. You know what I mean? Like something more like with hard lines, kind of more of a traditional look.
Okay, instead of like more like sort of realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe more like illustrative versus like realism. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So do you feel, because you've been tattooing forever, is there like a tattoo community that you feel part of?
yeah.
Like a brotherhood of other shops? Um,
Absolutely. Like in the last, like,
Even as a gay homosexual, I keep having to be back to gay homosexual because
well,
I feel like I need to like
that's that's where
make it
we're
a little bit
really
neat.
fortunate here in the Bay is there are at this point quite a few like openly queer tattooers.
Yeah.
So there is like a nice community, and I've worked with a lot of people over the years too. So I know a few straight guys here and there too. But
Yeah. Well, it's just funny. It's also
But
like
like
how the
there's
whole,
there's a great gay community, and we were doing or a queer community. We were doing like queer tattooer organized events, like a loose group of us for a handful of years. That led to the formation of like another group, we kind of got together. We did, I mean, Haley Adams, the owner of Castro, and Leslie Ma, an artist in Oakland, kind of really, they really kind of take charge of all this stuff. But they, you know, I help where I can, but they did an amazing event called Queercation, which was in Santa Fe, and that was the first, as far as we know, like queer tattooing conference.
Gotcha.
And we're working on future events. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm speaking too soon on this, but there will be an announcement soon. Like our next goal is a queer and ally tattoo convention in San Francisco.
I love that. I see like all these queer allied tattoo artists like just kind of creeping out of the woodwork,
Yeah.
like coming out of a tree in Golden Gate Park, and then like they're with their tattoo gun like on their in their fanny pack. They're like, oh, they're calling. They put out the siren, and all these like queers come out with their tattoo gun.
Yes, we're in the very beginning, like we're in the very beginning stages of planning that. We're talking about June 2027.
Yeah. I love that. I
Keep that in
absolutely love
mind.
it. And I also, all this said, like I keep bringing it back to like, I don't know why I keep bringing it back to queer focused things, but, and I also feel like anyways, I feel like sometimes straight passing gays like have like it easier. You know what I mean? Like you
That's
look like you would hang out at the gas station blowing guys in the bathroom. You work there, but you're also on scruff all day, and you're like, come on, I gotta fix this carburetor, but a guy just pulled up. I gotta move them to the bathroom. Might be easier for someone like you who can come off as straight passing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's better or worse than someone who is like, he came in and like all of a sudden there's like a Frankie Grande and they're like, hey! You know, I think there is things to that. And that's why I think some like non-passing, what am I trying to say? Really flamboyant people, the community, they have it rougher and they have to have fucking thick skin and they have way more balls than I do.
Definitely.
I'm not saying I'm macho, but like,
No, I fully agree. I fully understand. Yeah.
like I'm sure you come in there and all of a sudden like you just drop to somebody like, oh, my husband, and they're like, "Ah!"
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
lot. I'm a lot.
I'm never really that guy who's pegged as a gay guy. That's
Yeah. I didn't know. I thought, it's whatever. It is what it is. But like,
yeah.
like it's also one of those first date things I came on. I was like, oh shit, I don't know what your voice sounded like. I was so curious. Because there's all these talks and things that have come out over the years that like gay voice. There's been
Yeah.
books written, there's been podcasts about gay voice. And it's just part of our culture. And sometimes things that I think about, I go into situations where they're not specifically gay or community orientated. And like, I do somehow change my voice, or even at this age, like I'm just like, I sort of tone it down, And so voices, appearance in a macho world, it's just an interesting sort of
I mean,
thought.
I assume, I probably do speak and act a lot like I do because of how I grew up and,
Where
homophobic
did you grow up?
kind
Oh,
of
you grew up?
society. Well, yeah, I grew up in the Bay, but, I mean, we
I
all
feel
have
like
that
you're a Midwest. You got some
no, no, no,
Midwest vibe in you. Are you
all
sure?
all
Did your
Bay
mom
Area.
screw some guy in the Midwest and then pretend it was your dad? Come on, you can tell me.
Anything is possible, but I mean, as far as I know, I'm just a California guy. Yeah.
Okay, you have Midwest vibes for sure.
Eh,
Or Sons of Anarchy, like Northern
maybe the
California. Like,
Midwest thing is just like the suburbs thing,
yeah.
because we're just
Are you in a
outside
gang?
the city.
You should be in a gay crime gang. That would be hot.
That would be fun. I
Just
could
on the side. And then like the money that you steal, you could like, because your tattoo shop could be like a legit business that you can like launder
run
money
it
through.
through. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk when the cameras go off about that.
Sounds good.
I help in that. There is a very small chance I'm actually moving back to the Bay Area.
Nice.
It's complicated. My husband still lives there.
Yeah,
We
your
still
husband.
have our place right in San Francisco, and yeah, it's a long story. So there's a small possibility that within the year I'll probably move back to the Bay Area, which is sad for me because I love San Francisco. I mean, I love San Diego. I like my life down here, but
San
me and my
Diego
husband
is
aren't in the
beautiful.
same places.
You
And
gotta see my buddy Sal before you go.
where's is he the one you mentioned earlier?
Yes, Savage
No.
Sal. He works at a tattoo shop called Electric Tiger. He's a great guy. He does amazing male pinups.
I feel like that's like right here down my street. Is it in North Park? Do you know where it is?
I've been there, but I don't know the neighborhoods well enough to
All
tell
right,
you.
I'll check it out. I'll check
But
it out for sure. But
it's a small looking like storefront, and it's got Electric Tiger in gold on the front.
I feel
Um,
like it's right down the street from me here.
he's,
I'll
he's
check it up, like in
Sal's
North Park.
usually got his motorcycle out front.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
I
great
love
shop.
it.
Great.
I love it.
Everybody who works there is fantastic too. They're all friendly and
That's good. I like when other tattooists within their shop, they sort of promote and not promote, but they talk well about their companions and
yeah,
fellow coworkers because I know there's a lot of drama in tattoo shops.
there can
Uh,
be. Yeah,
there can be. I got
a lot of
tattooed.
competition.
Funny
Yeah.
story. I'm not going to name names, but I was at my gym here in the locker room and I was just changing, going to the gym. And the dude next to me was full on tattooed, head to toe. This is when I first moved here like 2 years ago. He full on big daddy mustache, but he was like a young guy. So I thought it was freaking adorable. Like he's like a young guy, but he's like dressed like an old Harley Davidson dude. So I asked him, hey, do you know anybody in town, tattoo artist? Would you suggest anybody to me? And he said, oh, actually me. Here's my card. I'm a tattoo artist. I got tattooed by him once, and then I went and got tattooed him like a year later. And then like 2 days after I got my second tattoo from him, there was like this Instagram post like, I am no longer affiliated with so. And then the tattoo shop itself said, I am no longer affiliated with this particular person. Ta, 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 ta. And I'm just dying to know the drama, but I respect the tattoo shop. I love my tattoos that I got from this guy. And so I'm just like, fuck, that's some good drama, but
Yeah.
I'm not. So I know that's so I do like, and I know in any world there can be like drama within like any business environment.
Absolutely.
You just watch any of those tattoo shows, that's tattoo reality shows. I loved Masters Inc.
Yeah.
Are your fans knocking at the door?
No, that is another artist coming in.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, let's wrap this up. I got what I wanted.
Yeah.
And when I'm in San
Want to say hi to him? He's another gay guy. You want to say hi
yeah,
to Joel?
another gay homosexual. Oh, fuck.
Joel,
I'm imagining he's going to walk by and he's a giraffe.
come say hi. We're doing a podcast over here. It's called Accidental.
Podcast. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Talking about tattoos.
Cool.
Talking about tattoos, being macho, intimacy, all
okay.
the stuff.
That's that's a lot of stuff too.
And I'm telling Nick right now that I have 2 empty thighs that I want him to fill.
Sick.
Oh,
Oh,
take
that's
that.
funny, actually. I was just tattooing somebody the other day, and they said that it's this short little gay guy who said he wants to get his back done by you. I think he knows you.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think you did some scissors with a crane like behind his ear.
Oh yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, he's like a little
Well,
bear.
this is perfect because we were just saying how I like there can be drama in tattoo shops and competition, and like I like how you can like raise up and support your fellow artists, and especially when they're also gay homosexuals.
Yes, especially
We gotta support each other.
Definitely.
Yeah. What's your name, man? Mike?
Mike.
Cool.
Mike, I'm
meeting
in
you.
San Diego.
Oh, sick. My boyfriend lives down there. I was trying to guest out there, but I'm undocumented, so I'm not really traveling around right now.
Dude, be careful because ice is all over this place. It's sad.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can always sleep
feel
on my couch
protected
and
a
hide
little
out.
bit in the bay, but like, yeah, I hopefully will be able to make it over there someday.
Oh, I hope. Please do, and like reach out through Nick here because it's a credible place. It's just a fucked up world and time right now. So keep your ass safe first.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great meeting you, dude. I gotta go do some stuff.
Yeah, do some
Yeah, it's
tattoos,
just-
man. Fucking whatever. All right, cool. So I do seriously want to keep in touch and like get work done by you when I come up there, and one of my thighs.
That sounds great. Yeah, let's
Something
make
of
it
the
happen.
sort. I might not go homoerotic, but like I've seen your book and you do some great shit, and so we can definitely work it out.
Yeah, we'll figure out something. That sounds fantastic.
So what's a good place for people just to keep up with you and look at your work? Book appointments with you?
Probably Instagram, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll enter your personal account and then also the Godspeed Tattoo Shop.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
And let's talk again soon.
I would love that. Yeah.
I
This was a lot
apologize
of fun. Yeah, thanks for
I'm a
inviting
lot.
me.
I appreciate you not like I said, as soon as I open up the screen, be like, oh shit, this dude is not like his pictures. Close.
Hey, I could say the same. I mean, I look a little different.
Yeah, fucking hardcore. Don't beat up anybody in the parking lot today. So that's all I'm saying. Unless you want to, unless they're fucked up and MAGA, then you could beat the shit out of them. But that's just the vibe. That's just the vibe you got, man. That's
Yeah.
the vibe you got. And probably I'm laughing because that's the vibe you look and are. But probably like after this, you're like sling your tote in your arm and go get some organic groceries at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
All right. Talk soon.
Sounds good, Mike. Thanks
Okay,
a lot.
bye.
Great to meet you. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.